Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vessel.
I'm Melody.
Jason Levine.
And we're going through the top 100 of all time.
For us.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're at number 80. I'm very excited.
Yeah, so this one's an oldie but a goodie.
You say that a lot.
Well, this one is an oldie but a goodie, and it inspired a lot of things after it. It's Magic the Gathering. It still makes my top 100. I don't play it as much. I just played Rivals of Ixalan.
It's like kind of a board game mixed with Magic.
It's a board game mix of Magic. I'm going to do a review of that because I thought it was really cool that they kind of combined the board game with Magic. I still like Magic. Obviously, I played back in the old days, and I've been playing since the beginning, since '93 when it first came out, and I still love it. I mean, haven't played as much, got out of it, but I still have some of my old cards from back in the day, and it's, everyone knows what Magic is, and it's still great.
Well, you know what, though? I think we're getting to a point where perhaps Magic the Gathering isn't known by everybody, right? Because people come into gaming from other ways.
I guess that's true now.
Yeah. All right, cool.
So my number 80, in the last video he was going on and on about different racing games. For me, this is a racing game, Formula D. I really like Formula D. I don't really think I've played with the special characters yet, because there's like the normal races, and then on the other side there's like the
street
ones with
races. Yeah.
I hardly ever play street racing myself. I think I played it when it came out.
Yeah.
And I've always played the regular way anyway, right? Who cares about for once I'm not using special powers, I just want to race the car.
But I do like how you can move the different to the different dice and try to go different speeds but be careful and not crash, because you could be in the lead and crash, and I think that's what happened in the last game we played. You're in the lead and then you crashed, and I went from last to second. I was like, hey.
Yes, I was in the lead and crash last time we played. But I do like some of the special tracks. I like that Las Vegas track where it has the extra pit, where you get the lucky pit and you have to roll to see if you pit. And there's they added some cool things in those street tracks that they didn't.
There's
in the
definitely
regular.
a lot of maps in the game for sure.
Yes.
Formula D is a lot of fun.
Yes, it is. So my number 79 is a Kramer and Kiesling. It's Torres. I really like Kramer Kiesling with the action points, where you have limited action points to do everything.
Sorry, hang on.
They were
Go on.
the first people who kind of came up with that concept of the action points, and it's such a great
It's not used much
concept.
these days, though. I don't know almost any games that use action points.
What are action points?
I know.
I could think of some. So
They'll
basically,
say like you have 10 action points on your turn. This costs 1 action. This costs 3
Oh,
actions.
okay.
there's still games that use it. My brain's not thinking about them at the moment because I'm
I'm
thinking
saying there's not
about
many,
this.
and if there is, they'll say you have 3 actions on your turn. They don't necessarily use action points.
Yeah, they don't use action points the same way, but this one, I love the spatial 3D aspect that you're building those towers, you're sliding your guys in and out and trying to get to the tops of the towers, and it's very cool.
All right.
Okay, so my 79 is another game that we played, I think last Gen Con or the Gen Con before that. It was a surprise for us because we had not heard about it before, and we thought it deserved a lot more recognition than it did. Vast.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really high for you.
Yeah.
And then you have to play the new expansions I got. There's more characters.
There's more characters, more things. There's everything now.
Yeah, but what I really liked about Vast was how you can have these different characters who had their own gameplay. It was if you get a different character, it's a whole different gameplay that you're playing, and I just think it's really cool because it all worked together. A person could even play the cave itself.
I was the cave. Everyone knows this.
Yeah, there's the 4 main characters that come in the main game. There's the cave.
There's 5.
5, right? The cave, thief, the knight, goblins, and the dragon. And I just think it's really cool how all the different gameplays work together.
Go Knight!
You were the drag. Wait, no, you were the thief. You were the thief.
I didn't do very well, but it was a lot of fun.
That's because the cave crumbled everyone.
No, it's the dragon kept stepping on me on accident.
Yeah, Vast. That was one of the surprise hits of Gen Con that year. Very good game. So my number 78, I like hidden deduction, hidden movement games, and this one's my, I guess, second new one on the list. Hunt for the Ring.
Really? Okay. Now this is different.
Yes.
Sam's review of it was not so positive. You like it a lot more, obviously.
Oh yes. I mean, I like all those hidden deduction games like Whitechapel, etc., etc. And this one really brings the War of the Ring feel into it. They added a lot into this game. They added, the War of the Ring dice where you're rolling, so it determines what kind of actions you get for your hidden movement. So it adds more than just the standard hidden movement to the game, and it really brings it into that War of the Ring universe very well.
I haven't played it, so I don't. It looks good.
You need to play it. I mean, you like War of the Ring, you like Whitechapel, you liked Whitehall Mystery. I think you'll like this one.
It's on my list of games I think I'll like. All right.
My 78 is I like the game. It could have been shorter. It could have been fixed, but The Colonist.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was a really long game, but I like the idea.
Wow! No, this is good. This is good. Have you played this yet?
I played a little bit of it, not the full game.
Because it's so long. But I did like how the movement of the game, how you're building the city, and then you move around and try to get the resources to build your little town. And I just thought that was a lot of fun.
It really does have a ton of options. It's really interesting. It's basically, it uses that new, I call it worker movement, where instead of placing a worker, you can
You're
move your
moving the
worker to where
worker.
you is.
And then you get workers to place them.
They were planning on adding a 5th or 6th.
I don't think they don't need to.
No, now that Mayfair's, I don't know if Lookout's going to do that or not with Asmodee. We'll see. It's up
We'll
in the air.
see, yeah. So, my number 77 is an oldie but a goodie.
Oh my goodness. Twice in one video.
And I say this all the time, but Outpost, I still like this. This is kind of, I guess, a tech building game, but you also have a bidding aspect to bid on the different tech that you get. And as you get more tech, you're building new workers and new factories and building robots that can run these factories, which give you more materials that you could bid on the next coolest thing as
Who's
you
the
go.
designer of this game?
I don't know offhand, but it was originally a Tim Jim game, and then Stronghold redid it for the 20th anniversary.
My problem with the game is I feel like there's a runaway leader. Once you get to a certain point, it's hard to catch up.
That's true. There is a runaway leader problem in it, but that doesn't bother me because I love the
Because
mechanics.
he is the runaway leader.
I mean,
Always is the
oh,
runaway leader.
okay.
I've never ever been behind.
Well, then, if that's the case, then Scepter of Zavendor is probably more in your line because that has the whole. If you're in the lead, you have to spend more for things, and if you're behind, you have to spend
Actually, I
less
do like
for
Scepter of
things.
Zavendor better, but yes. All right, cool. Outpost. What do you got?
Okay, so my number 77 is Guildhall, a game where you're getting characters to build sets, and then when you get the characters, they do the special ability. The more cards you have, I thought the game was a lot of fun. I like how there's the different expansions that get you new people to use, and there's a lot of them. But I just thought it was a lot of fun.
Regular or fantasy?
What?
It's the same, really.
Yes, but fantasy has added so many more powers now.
Right now, I'm thinking about the one with the guy who's holding the pig on the cover.
The regular
That's a fantasy.
one.
No one can pick up a pig. Okay, go ahead.
Well, small pig, none.
Okay, so my number 76 is one that I've been asking you to play for a while, which I don't think you've played yet. Hobbin Good. This is one of the definitive stock kind of games, but it's a Euro style stock game. And the cool thing about this one is when you determine if stocks are going to go up or down, you put some cards in a little card holder, a little wooden card holder here, and you put some here. So I am seeing some stuff with my neighbor, I'm seeing some stuff with my other neighbor, but I see nothing from the people across the board. So you kind of get a little bit of information, but you don't have all the information of what's going to happen. And it's really cool. And you also have to turn in some shares along the way for a certain amount of money, because if you don't turn in enough shares, you can't win the game. So you need to also actually cash in some things along the way and not be the one who cashed in the least and tried to just hold on all your stocks. It's a very cool way to do a stock game.
All right, cool. I'm sure. I've never played it.
I'm going to get you to one day.
Okay, so my number 76 is Star Wars X-Wing.
All right.
And I'm just doing the base one. I don't think I've really played any of the expansions or.
Well, you play with some of the stuff, but
Some,
not like
but not
the
a lot of
gazillion.
them.
I think they just announced Wave 14, which has the Rogue One stuff in it.
Yes, yeah, that I already have those.
But anyway,
No, they're not out yet.
Oh, there's another new one.
Yeah, they got. They announced Saul Guerrero's ships and stuff.
Well, I really like this game because I like the way how the ships move and also attack with like the different
Templates.
that you put down and like, okay, now I'm gonna move here instead of like, you know, like you have a board. You can just have like a big table and just moving ships around, and I thought that was really cool. So and I like the miniatures too.
It's very popular.
And the miniatures are amazing. The miniatures look amazing, which is one of the cool things
Like,
about it.
I love Star Wars. I'm not a big geek about it. Like I don't know every single ship, but I like it.
I like that. I'm a big Star Wars fan. I'm not a geek though. All right.
No, about it. Like I am a geek for different stuff.
That's the way to be. I'm a Star Wars fan too, as we'll probably see at some point in this list. But my number 75 for now is Lifeboats. This one is
It's a mean game. Have you ever won Lifeboats?
yes.
Not when I'm playing.
Not when you've played with me, but I've won it. This one's really mean. So basically, you're on boats, and you kind of vote and decide which boat's going to get a hole in it. And then you kind of jump off the boats and jump into other boats and try to stay afloat. And then you vote to throw someone off a boat. And basically, you're trying to scramble and stay on these boats and try to make it all the way to the other side of this river while everyone's trying to sink your boat, throw you off, and you just hope to get a few guys across.
It's mean. Only play this if you're really good friends with everybody, and you'll stay friends, hopefully.
Okay, so my number 75 is The Adventurers. The one where there's like the different traps, and then you have to try to get treasures, but don't get killed by the traps.
It's the one with the boulder coming down?
Yeah.
The Indiana Jones one.
Yeah, not the other one. Not
The Temple of Shock.
Not that one.
Temple of
I
Horus.
like the
No,
first
Temple of
one
Horus
first.
is the Egyptian one.
Oh, yeah, Temple of Chalk was the original.
Yeah, I like the one with the boulder. I just thought it was a lot of fun. You try to run through, get the treasure, and hope you don't die, and then you have like two characters, and like the trying to carry loot. The more loot you hold, the slower you go, and I just thought it was
Cool.
Yeah, I love it.
I
love
really
that
do like
too.
it.
My number 74 is Alchemists. I mean, obviously it's a worker placement Euro game, but the app makes this game. The fact that it's got a puzzle and you're trying to figure out which, is it a positive this or a negative this, and you put it in, you scan little cards in your app, and it gives you information, and I love that. And the expansion really added to it. King's Golem really added a lot and made
Did
it
it
even
add to the
deeper.
app or did it add to the game?
It added to both.
Really?
There's more game, there's more app, there's more everything with it. And there's 4 different modules that come with it. And each one, like I just throw all 4 in now because it's, I want as much logic as I can in this game, and I just want my brain to burn. And it's such a good game. And it was, like I said, one of the first good uses of an app ever, I think.
All right, I agree. It was really, really good.
Yeah.
I'm sure that will not be the only time we hear about this.
Okay, so my number 74 is Yokohama.
Ooh. See, she is. Have you played Yokohama yet?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, isn't it one of those?
Obviously.
Isn't it one of those worker movement games that you'd call it?
Yeah. Well, that's right, because it's that same thing, moving around. But
Where
it's prettier than Colonists and faster.
Yes.
definitely faster. I like this game because I like how you have like the big worker guy who goes around, gets resources, and you're trying to get like different ways to get points. Like there's like the church way, where and then like the other way is, I don't remember.
Getting the countries and getting the technology.
And I just thought it was a lot of fun. My favorite like power that you can get is like sharing the same space as the other person, because without that power you can't share the same space without like paying something. And so that was like my favorite power, because I would just follow my dad and go like, boop, there we go.
We also have a really great insert for this game.
We do.
And the deluxe version, it's just really cool.
Yeah, deluxe versions of all the games that Tasty Minstrel have done have been
The
very
deluxified, yeah, I really like them.
Deluxifified, they really do.
Well, they're coming out with the
deluxified.
deluxified version of that game you just reviewed.
Gentis Deluxified. I'm really looking forward to seeing that.
All right, cool.
So my number 73 this is where I go into Z mode, Neuroshima Hex. It's obviously it's a little mini
mouthful of
abstract kind of, you're fighting each other, putting down little hex tiles that can shoot in different directions, and you're trying to kill each other. But it's a great little abstract game. There are so many cool powers in it now. There's so many different factions in it that every game's different. The app is wonderful too, so you don't even need to use the board anymore. You could just, in the app, you can play a game in like 5 minutes. I really love Nourishing Hex, and I love the abstract, but there's also fighting, so it's an abstract, I guess, fighting kind of game.
It's really cool.
Okay, so my number 73 is Lords of Waterdeep. I like this one because as you're playing, you can build like these buildings that become like new spaces that people can go on, and like the different workers that you have. Don't look at my pile.
Sorry.
And I just think the game is a whole lot of fun. So.
Yeah.
I was okay. Sorry, I was just looking to see if you had written that down or if you had remembered all that.
If you're looking to get into a simpler worker placement, Lords of Waterdeep is a great introductory.
It's an amazing game, introductory or not.
I'm not arguing that at all. I'm just saying it's a good.
If you want to play something for children,
No, it's an introductory worker
It's a
placement.
fantastic game.
It's the gateway one that I would push to everyone I knew who hadn't played one before. I'd say, here, let's play Lords of Waterdeep first.
All right.
So yeah, I love it. But my number 72 is not Lords of Waterdeep. It's Maneuver. This is a GMT game.
This is one where we are going to disagree a little.
Have you played it?
Yeah, I think it's okay.
I love the push and pull mechanic where you're kind of pushing your troops back and forth and trying to get spaces on the other side of the board.
The name is very correct. It's not about fighting, it's about maneuvering.
It's about maneuvering. It's more of an abstract than it's a fighting game. The only part that kind of breaks down is you need the cards for the troops, and I'm guessing that's the part that you don't like, where if you get a bad hand and you don't have the right cards for the right troops, then you can't really do much.
Yeah, it just wasn't that interesting, I guess. Maneuvering is fun, but there comes a time where I just want to smash.
Yeah,
Hulk smash.
And this is not so much a fighting. I mean, yes,
It's finesse more than fighting.
It's finesse. I mean, yes, you do kill. You could win by killing 5 of the other guy's units. So there is fighting, but it is more finesse than fighting for a war game.
No, I know a lot of people do like it though. So
Yes.
Maneuver, huh?
Okay, so my number 72, this is a kid's game. I don't know why. This one I just fell in love with it. The artwork I just loved it. It's A Dog's Life. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know that this is a kid's game. A Dog's Life is like a filler game. It's
Yeah,
like
but it also felt like it could be for like kids. Like it
that's
really,
just because it comes with like 100 plastic dogs in it.
Yes,
I think
more
like
than the
5.
original.
Wait, A Dog's Life? Oh, I'm thinking of a different game than you are.
Not the older one, the newer one.
A Dog's Life. That's the one where they go around the city and pee and things.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a bad game.
I didn't think it was a great game. I didn't think it was a terrible game, but yeah, A Dog's
I
Life.
actually thought it was surprisingly fun because I did like being a dog and like going around and like trying to find the bones and running away from the dog catcher.
Yes, finding the bones is the coolest thing in that game.
And the board was really pretty too.
I thought peeing all over the board was my favorite part.
So you like latrines also. Let me go to number 71. This is one that didn't make my list a few years ago, but after playing it a few more times, it now made my list. Thurn and Taxis. This is kind of a route building, not so much a delivery, but a route building kind of game where you need to play cards down and build out your tableau and say, I need to go from this city to this city to this city, but you need to get the cards in the right order. So you're pulling cards from a tableau, then you're putting them down in a row to try to connect cities and then place pieces on the board. After playing it more and more, and especially with the expansion, I feel that it's a wonderful game.
I'm glad you enjoy it. It's a wonderful game for you.
Delivering
the mail.
Do you not like it?
No, not really. Sorry, but it won the Spiel des Jahres. A lot of people really like it, so I'm in the
Person's
minority.
opinion. Even though sometimes opinions can be wrong, but whatever. My number 71 is Nothing Personal. Stop it! That's not what I put on my list.
She gets a raise.
But it keeps getting lower each year.
Oh,
I retract what I said.
sorry. Nothing personal about that.
Okay, that wasn't even funny. Go.
I like Nothing Personal because you're like a gangster who's like hiring different gangsters to like kind of get respect, and you're like using bribery and negotiations to like try to get your way to the top, and I just think it's a lot of fun.
Well, I can't really comment here. I think the game is perfect, and nah, it's okay. But I'm glad you like it. That's good. All right, hey, we're done with another 10. We're getting pretty high though. That's 30% of the games.
Yes.
They're only going to get better from here on out. I'm glad that Nothing Personal beat A Dog's Life for at least.
Barely.
Barely. All right. Well, we'll see you guys next time. Until then, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Melody.
Jason Levine.
Oh, and you've been watching the top 100 games of all time. Woo!
You're still thinking about how she basically threw you a bone there.